Stock tip. Best stock setups.
Welcome back again to the latest episode of Stock Tip Daily Update. I'm Marcel Todia and this is how the markets developed. First of all, let me say I'm sorry for missing out. Yesterday I actually missed out on a lot of action. I had to take an on-call duty unexpectedly and I was pretty much swamped. Now I'm back today and I hope I won't miss out on anything in these next couple of days. I did notice that I missed out on the setup of the week, which managed to break out quite impressively. Let's take a look at it in the daily chart. So this was the setup of the week, the NOC, and it has broken out really nice here. Today it has made a nice consolidation. Perhaps you're heading a bit down before definitely going up again. So I would like to draw attention to the fact that the potential here is huge. We have a potential of about 40-50% growth this next couple of weeks. So we are speaking of actually 33 would be the potential here. A point to take your profits would be definitely 492 if you decide to go with it. But overall this was a nice run and I'm pretty happy with how this setup, especially a setup of the week from me from Stock Tip, developed. Now let's take a look at the markets. So the markets developed pretty nicely also. We've seen here the S&P 500 has reached a nice support line at the Fibonacci retracement line of 61.8. Also the NASDAQ has reached a pretty promising support line at the Fibonacci retracement of 50, and also the 200 moving average more or less almost. So I think we were short of 1%. And also the IVM has also reached a support line here. You can see it here. Here I didn't draw any Fibonacci retracement lines, but I'm sure we might have seen it. Now for the momentum this next couple of days, well, it is a really interesting standpoint here. We see a very bullish setup in the IVM, an inverted head and shoulders formation here that's about to break out, or that could break out. I don't know, but if it breaks out, then we have some interesting days ahead of us. And then in the NASDAQ, pretty much the same story, not that strong as the IVM, but also horizontal setup here. It's looking also very, very good. And the S&P 500 or the SPY is also looking just as well. Also, you could call it an inverted head and shoulders formation, and like I said, it's looking very bullish. And this is the first reason for optimism that we've seen since this point in time here. So since this rally, the last rally was mid-March, so since then we hadn't seen anything that promising like we have now. So let's just keep an eye open for possible opportunities this next few days, especially, and a very good indicator would be here a breakout above the 200 line in the 30-minute chart. Then Euro to US dollar has also developed pretty nicely. We have reached this level we haven't reached since the end of March, and this is something above the 50 moving average. So we have reached last week the lowest possible point, this historic low, and we've made a nice bounce out of it. I'm curious how far the bounce is going to bring us. You can see our downtrend has brought us pretty far on the downside here. Also, a bounce might be in the play, might be in the cards. Just have to wait and see how exactly this is going to develop. But this is the formation here, so it was pretty vertical. The distance to the 50 is also pretty big, so bounce to 1.11 wouldn't it wouldn't come as much of a surprise. And the oil price has also stagnate after this good stagnation here this last couple of weeks. We still see some major strength in the oil business, and today was not that much of a strong day, but overall, if you take a look at the trend here this last couple of months, actually you see we are pretty much at the same level we were at the beginning of March, and when the rally in the oil started, and we haven't lost any momentum, so there is some definitely some potential in oil. Gold and silver, on the other hand, are looking that good at all. We have reached this last support line here, and we've made a nice bounce out of it, but as you can see, the bounce for the time being doesn't have that much momentum, so one would expect a nice bounce, but for the time being it doesn't have that much momentum. And silver, just the same, pretty catastrophic here, pretty catastrophic development. At least we are still above this support line here, but pretty bad setup. Well, I myself haven't done any trades, like I said, neither yesterday nor today, but I'm still long here with some options, and I'm just waiting to see how the market develops. So I hope you enjoyed this setup, NOC, which I've given you. You can also see here in the weekly chart. If you are intending to trade it like a position trader, it's also a very nice setup which just broke out. So enjoy, and now let's see how the other setups are doing.